Today, I've an exciting episode for all of you audiophiles out there. A friend of the channel gave me a Type 2 Tapeline cassette tape, and I've put it through a series of rigorous tests, you know the ones I do. I'll be revealing the results, but first, let's build up the suspense and see if this tape can live up to the hype. So, hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. Let's get stuck in. And let's get stuck into this wonderful looking tape. I've conducted a total of 14 tests on this Tapeline cassette tape. Here's a quick overview of the tests I performed. 3 kHz tone, 0 dB, 3 kHz tone, minus 20 dB, 1 kHz tone, 0 dB, 1 kHz tone, minus 20 dB, white noise test, pink noise test, silence test, frequency sweep, and another frequency sweep, all at various levels so that we can see how the tape's performing. First, let's examine the complete waveform from Audacity. Now, as you can see on here, there are two separate traces here. The second trace, that's the one on the right hand side, recorded simultaneously, is from a different tape. I'm showing you both to highlight the difference between the audio levels between the two tapes. We're not going to deal with that one today. We're just dealing with the Type 2. In my tests, I typically include a playback of the buff ting sound, as it's for evaluating the tape's dynamics. Additionally, I play a short segment of Where We Want to Go by Patricos at both minus 20 dB and 0 dB. Where We Want to Go by Patricos, dynamic and clean. I'm only going to do the 0 dB one today. Quite simply, if it sounds alright on there, it's going to sound wonderful on minus 20, and we'll see what the figures are showing. So that's the important stuff. This allows us to assess the cleanliness of the sound and the dynamic range of the tape. Those drum beats, they should be sharp and clear, further showcasing its overall audio recording capabilities. Without further ado, let's have a quick look at the physicality of the tape, see what it looks like. Taking a look at this now, you can see there it's got a nice clear shell, and you can clearly see there the screws. And the tape is black, and it has a slight smell, but not exactly crayon. We're going to go for the tones. Let's dive into the tones test. I put the Tapeline cassette through its paces by testing 3 kHz and 1 kHz tones, both at 0 dB and at minus 20 dB. 0 dB, 3 kHz, and you can see there's quite a lot of distortion compared to the minus 20 dBs. The minus 20 dB is very clean. Remember I mentioned that the level was down on this tape. Well, it's down by about 3 dB. The results were quite impressive with minimal distortion at minus 20 dB. However, at 0 dB the performance was a bit, well, you know. Despite that, the tape still managed to provide a clear and accurate representation of the tones. But hang on, there's even more to discover. Let's move on to the noise tests. I'll put the tape to the test with both white noise and pink noise. And the results, well, they're quite impressive. The tape managed to handle both types of noise remarkably well, showcasing a good signal-to-noise ratio and the capability to accurately reproduce a broad spectrum of audio frequencies. However, it is worth noting that the 0 dB level seemed a little bit overcooked. You'll see what I mean. The silence test. I also conducted a silence test to check for any unwanted noise or hiss. Whilst the Tapeline cassette demonstrated a good level of silence, it did reveal a bit of a problem, which we'll deal with later. It's a 1 kHz print-through signal. Despite the overall recording quality remains clean and clear. It was a good reason to not overdrive the tape. This is one of my things. People tend to overdrive tapes. Frequency sweeps. Finally, let's reveal the last piece of the puzzle, the frequency sweeps. As you can see from the graphs, the Tapeline cassette tape performs quite well in both the 0 dB and the minus 20 dB tests. The frequency response was consistent and smooth, indicating a high quality recording. So, are you ready for the big reveal? My in-depth analysis of the Type 2 Tapeline cassette tape shows that it delivers outstanding performance across all the tests. If you're looking for a high quality cassette tape for your audio recordings, this Tapeline tape is definitely worth considering. It's time to uncover the secret of high quality audio with this amazing Type 2 Tapeline cassette tape. They are available still today from the suppliers. Thank you for joining me today, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more content like this. If you have any questions or suggestions for future tests and reviews, please leave them in the comments section below. I always love hearing from my viewers. There's a couple of good videos coming up here, and I'll catch you another time. Cheers.